What's everyone saying? It's your boy Someone Explores back again. I'm here today in Charing Cross in the West End of Glasgow, and in today's video we're going to try to see what is left of Glasgow's bridges to nowhere.
The M8 is a staple of Glasgow's landscape. The motorway slices through the city, connecting Edinburgh and the rest of the central belt on the east to Paisley and the Clyde coast to the west. In a nutshell, the M8 was to be part of a complete redevelopment of Glasgow. The British Plan of 1945 proposed to flatten the city centre and rebuild from the ground up, with highways being an integral part of the city's new layout. Eventually, a highway plan for Glasgow was produced in 1962, laying out the new motorway system in the city and naming parts of the city as compulsory development areas, which are to be rebuilt and modernised. Over time, parts of the new motorway system and their surrounding developments were either cancelled or downsized, leaving certain odd relics around the city, reminding us of what could have been. This is where the bridges to nowhere come into play. Each bridge to nowhere had its own story, so let's head down and have a look at them and see where they used to be. The first was located here at Charing Cross, and where this building, Tay House, stands. The building was completed in the 1990s, whilst the motorway below opened around 20 years earlier in 1972. For this time period, there lay just a podium suspended above the busy road, aptly dubbed the Charing Cross Podium. In original proposals by engineer firm Scott Wilson Kirkpatrick, the podium was to be built on with a shopping complex, restaurant and a hotel, all overlooking the motorway. However, Glasgow Corporation, the local government authority at the time, opted not to implement this idea into the motorway construction plan, hoping that private firms would choose to invest and undertake construction themselves. As you can see, there is no swanky motorway view Michelin-star establishment here at all. However, I can't help thinking that eating a steak on top of a motorway is probably not for the weak. One cannot forget that whole communities were demolished to make way for the city's motorway system. Many photos exist of what Charing Cross used to look like before, and let me tell you, you would not recognise it at all. We've reached Anderston, a few minutes walk down North Street, which was the location of the second bridge to nowhere, probably the most notable bridge. So notable that it had its own sign recognising its existence. Taking a walk down North Street along the motorway, quite a few of the footbridges around here seem to be incomplete, possibly left like so in anticipation of new office and commercial development. But in its place, homes were built, leaving just these little stubs. What I'm interested in though is on the other side of the bridge. Crossing the Anderston Footbridge provides some unique views of the motorway and its vast size across the city. It might not look like anything, but this is where the bridge to nowhere used to stop. Right here, smack bang in the middle of a car park. It was only built to completion back in 2013 in time for the 2014 Commonwealth Games in the city. The footbridge was initially supposed to connect the two sides of the motorway, with this side linking to the planned development at Anderston, but ended up about 100 metres away from the closest buildings. The development was to include Anderston Centre and Anderston bus station and more, combining shops, hotels, housing, business and travel all in one place. The Anderston development wasn't completed to its fullest extent, with the bus station closing in 1993 and most of the centre laying derelict by the late 1990s. Nowadays, the area has been partly demolished and or redeveloped. Examples here include the Marriott and the Hilton hotels nearby. Now that the footbridge has been completed, it has added another link across the motorway, one that is safe and open and forms part of a cyclable route across the city. This leads us to the location of the lesser known third bridge to nowhere here on Waterloo Street. This was the site of the city's newest bridge to nowhere. It originally linked the Anderston Centre to the former Albany Hotel, which was demolished in 2008 and is now the location of American bank JP Morgan's Glasgow offices. For 9 years, the footpath over Waterloo Street abruptly ended where the offices are now and was removed as the construction for this building started. These three bridges to nowhere and what is left of them remain interesting relics of Glasgow's planned motorway network and redevelopment plans. There's many more things dotted across the city showing what could have been. Maybe I'll cover them in another video. But till then, it's been your boy Someone Explores, and I'll catch you in the next video.